Hello folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Rise of Legends. And well, state of affairs is that we have driven Sil back to his home territory of the Tecuhtli from the Valley of Lost Souls. But you know, we are the Lost Souls, basically, in the last mission, because we just couldn't defeat Sil, and probably I should have tried on medium difficulty again to defeat him, but well, I wasn't really too sure whether I could do it. I was kind of shocked by the loss and was not really up to it. So I took the coward's way out, and yeah, and I was able to defeat him pretty handedly. But now, in the Valley of the Sun, his home territory, with a 11-inch to spare on his part, we are engaging him in the medium difficulty once again, and let's see what happens.
We've defeated many Quaddle to reach this point. But there is one thing yet to be accomplished. To kill one of the remaining gods.
Yep. Those sun idols really were instrumental in our defeat. Yeah, this is the structure that is the crux of this particular mission. This is
Kakoolha has shown us to a structure in this territory.
The Eye of the
Gods,
Gods. I let you guess what it does.
It has the power to decimate huge patches of land.
It definitely can.
We intend to secure it and turn it against the sun god.
Yep, and before we can capture it, unfortunately the so-called sun god will be using this a couple of times to a great effect. To a point where I just get a bit dumbfounded. Like, hey, where were all these units go? And where did it go? And I so realized after a minute or so that, oh well, maybe they have activated that cannon and just killed us in just one blast. Yeah, so yeah, medium difficulty again, and the last mission I was adopting this rather torrid approach where I was just trying to take over as many cities as possible in my second attempt. And it was, to a degree, rather successful, a bit too successful, I might have to add, because, well, it was easy difficulty at first, and he was able to just drive back whatever enemy forces the seal the sun god could muster with, without any difficulty. But here, I think I had the inkling that we are kind of playing a defensive mission here. We have to defend against the Eye of the Gods and Seal himself, so just branching out too early might be fatal. So I sort of reverted to my old ways of taking things a bit slow and trying to capture neutral cities that were the closest to mine and developing them as much as possible. And I also believe that I'm kind of regretting upgrading or enabling the Death Snake as the next unit to be recruited. I should have waited one more turn and just suck it up and just instead go for the tank unit, the Sun Idols. Yeah, here I have captured the neutral city and I'm building up to get a free Holy Ark. Yep, and I'm just trying to spend as much resource as possible before we actually encounter any of the enemy forces. Yeah, the Sun Idols I have basically discovered during my search on Google because I was kind of curious on what other people had to say about how to use the Quaddle effectively, and on Rise of Legends Heaven, which is probably the quote-unquote the D site for any kind of resources on this particular game, I found that Sun Idols are one of the best games in the game itself. So yeah, then I realized I made a mistake by opting for that snake. Instead of Sun Idol. Yeah, man, maybe I just have to wait a little longer, but eventually get the Sun Idols, and yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. Just a bit regrettable that I didn't really have the... Yeah, because the mission where I have to defend the cities of Canaan, the Sun Idols did attack us from all directions, and I was able to drive them back rather quickly. And I thought, well, these Sun Idols are not really them, they're not all that, but yeah, in the last mission, yeah, they definitely showed why they were considered one of the best units in the game, and they look pretty cool too. Only thing they have going against them is that they're rather slow and lumbering, and yeah, but I definitely make a beeline for the Sun Idols as fast as possible. And here are the reinforcements from the valley, 2 Holy Arcs and 2 Sun Jaguars. Very impressive. And yeah, and they added the population so that we are over the limit. And I have also learned from the forums that energy production primarily depends on your energy district, which you can only build on your cities. So in this mission, I'm trying to build as many energy districts as possible. Yeah, I have built only 1 Fane. And did you know that Fane is basically a synonym, interchangeable term for temple? They're basically the same thing, and oh, here we go. Seal has made an appearance. He's a very hands-on kind of guy. I mean, I admire that about him. Just leading the charge. And he activated whatever special ability that gives him some destructive power. He increases destructive power. And of course our primary target is the Sun Idol and Zil himself. So yeah, Giacomo quickly cast mirror image of himself, and the fight is on. Cast Lunar Twinkle, which is I think a miniature version of the Starbolt ability. Or was it Healing Beam? Maybe it was a Heal Beam. Sorry about that. The hero quickly goes down, and very surprisingly he says one of the objectives has been achieved, which was kill the God of Sun himself. And here I was thinking, well, maybe that was not very surprising, since was still resurrected in the last mission in normal difficulty level, and I wonder what's the difference here that it just goes down and never to be seen again. But good riddance. It was definitely a very thorn in our side, and proved his mettle against us in the last mission, definitely. But now he's no more. Yeah, they don't really care about the behalf, I guess, their behalf or their well-being. They should just send these smaller units first and weaken our forces up a bit, and then make a grand appearance. And all the fighting has stopped my rather haphazard way of spending resources left and right, so I was able to gather enough resource. Why not my choice, but yeah, just my lack of activity on the other side of the cities, and yeah, I was able to summon Arri, and that was probably reason number 2 why I was not able to defeat the last mission. I'm sorry to dwell over it, but yeah, I don't think I ever will live it down. If I was if I called Arri first rather than Yuntash, I think I would have had a better chance of fending off the second wave of attacks that Zeal has launched that basically broke our defenses into pieces. Because Arri was fire-based, and fire works rather well against the Koto forces. And Arri could have used either, yeah, all of her abilities deal with fire, so she could have had a much more easier time in dealing with the Koto forces than Yuntash could ever hope to achieve. So Arri is taking over the eastern part, and just heading toward the another city, neutral city in that direction. Yeah, and then now I think about the defense of our central city. And that was the end of the first fight, the first major fight, and we didn't break, and we were able to not only defeat Seal, but maybe seal our victory. But there there is a plenty of more game footage to be shown here. So we are at the first phase of the war, where we have to take over the Eye of the Gods. And we are ready to attack the neutral city on the eastern side. And Arri does bring her desert walkers. I don't know whether they're upgraded version or not, but nice melee unit, amplified by her presence. Still lacking still lacking in the way of Timonium production. Oh yeah, and our second city is being cleverly being ransacked by the troops just down the ravine there. Pretty clever AI there. I mean, they want to just approach the city without being exposed, which is a really nice way of making us, just I guess catching us off guard. Yeah, Arri has taken over the city without any serious setback. And Death Snake, I like the Death Snakes. I think they're powerful melee units and also poison based, so the effect of their poison lingers and do additional damage. And I don't think they are they're units that can be trampled, so they can go up against Sun Idol and expect to withstand some punishment. So either way, I would have just got Death Snake later on. I mean, they're perfect complement to a lot of the units that Koto has. Yeah, finally spending a lot of money to increase our mining. A bit exposed on this side. Arri is going to hold her fort here for a while. Yeah, and sooner I say then Arri is being attacked. Yeah, Firebang definitely take care of a multitude of units that are gathered around, so I mean that was a pretty good showcase of how powerful she can be against the Koto. Yeah, get all the relics, we are kinda short on Timonium. You can see we have already got 350 resource gathering rate. Perhaps it's a Timonium related. But definitely an improvement from the last mission, where I don't think I ever broke 300 even after, I don't know, 20 minutes have passed maybe. I have to go back and check, but there are certainly things that I could see and realize what had gone wrong. yeah, trying to keep increasing the size of my force. This is going to be the bulk of my force, where they're going to go to the so-called Eye of the Gods. Yeah, so our troops on the east are getting picked off one by one. So without giving these units direct orders, they were just standing around doing nothing. And you can see that the circle over there, it's a particular ability that I just averted my view away from, just in time for missing what the Eye of the Gods is capable of. Basically destroying all our military units surrounding Arri, and Arri herself not really damaged, but an escape with barely a scratch. But it's still impressive that Eye of the Gods just got rid of her unusual force of desert walkers. So we know what it is capable of, and it does have a sort of a cooldown after it's been activated, so we can just go out of its range. But if you're not careful, yeah, you're at the risk of being being annihilated, excuse me, annihilated, destroyed. I suffered some kind of brain freeze there. Finally, I make an attack, some kind of revenge for I guess for my lack of attention that caused many of my desert walkers to perish. And I don't know what Giacomo's curse ability does. It decreases the enemy's attack range by 30%. I don't know what it does really. Maybe if I go out of its range, then maybe it affects the enemy's range of attack by 30%. I'm not so sure. The Sun Idol is still shooting beams of light into Giacomo, dealing heavy damage. At least one of them has fallen. And cue very hopeful music of me gaining an upper hand on the top of this hill. Yeah, I have activated Solar Board, and Seal has responded in kind. Luckily this time I know which Starbolt is which, so I get out of the way. Except for that mirror image where it's pathfinding. Yeah, there's a bit to be desired there. Didn't get out in time. And I'm being peppered with these small units now. So not in the danger of being ousted, but there's still the obelisk shooting beams of light at me. Yeah, and I hope so yeah, it is quite it's quite a battle there at the top of the hill. Basically, we are foregoing attacking the last remaining obelisk and just trying to attack the Eye of the Gods proper. I don't know what basically caused that last bit of health to just drop to 0, but I guess it works. Sometimes I just don't understand some of the things that happen in this game. Yeah, and they finally bring some heavy artillery units here, and yeah, we have no choice to buckle Arri and her kind of a meager force that's been compromised by the Eye of the Gods to combat the Sun Idol threat. Yeah, Eye of the Gods is captured, so we at least was able to accomplish that part of the mission. So I'm feeling a bit hopeful here. It's not like the last time that I was just caught red-handed with my pants down. And yeah, Arri calls her trusty rooks to burn the Kodo enemies. Giacomo is in danger, but not anymore, thanks to his healing ray. And then those two rooks have managed to defeat the Sun Idol. Kind of waste, I guess, in a way. The rooks will go away soon. Yeah, we have gained a sizable force just by building the military district. And I don't think I have built a large city yet. Maybe I did. I'm still trying to protect the Eye of the Gods while it is being fixed. And Arri comes back. I don't think she can make any kind of incursions into the territory. Still very near the objective city, the capital of Seal's domain. The Fanes are moving up. Kind of interested in how the three neutral cities in the northwestern region, well, I mean, they are the extra, I guess, resource patches where we can further able to, you know, be able to use to be able to grow a larger army. Kind of wondering by this point whether Seal has taken control of them. I mean, he was very aggressive. So, yeah, I have to probably at the point where we have to protect the Eye of the Gods maybe, and then trying to drive them back. If they were to come from from the north, in general direction, from the north. I could see from the minimap, the way the territories are colored, that Seal has really not captured any of the northern cities. So, yeah. It might be possible for us to go there and at least capture one or two before Seal in his I guess spirit form takes notice of it and orders subjugation of at least one city in the north. Temple is being raided. Okay. So yeah, the counterattack begins, but it's not a sizable force. A couple of sentinels and a sun jaguar, but it was still able to destroy the progress of the temple construction. Alright. Arri was trying to help the second city there, but yeah, she was just too far removed to be of any help. A lot of firing of lasers going on there. Pretty cool. And another sun guy though. Yeah, here I just tried to micro-manage my troops. All my ground troops should get out of its way, and Death Snake takes its place with Sun Jaguars to stop his tracks and distract the idol from just trampling our troops. Sun Idol is probably very effective against these sentinels, because if it just tramples a unit once, at least, like, let's say the one unit of sentinels have 9 people in it. If Sun Idol tramples it, at least 8 of 9 get cast out, like 8 of 9 die. And it's basically instant death for any sentinels that come in the path of trample from Sun Idol. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, just have to be extra careful on how to place my troops. And this snake kind of proves that it can be pretty effective, especially in these kind of situations where you can sort of surround and just run circles around Sun Idol Maybe like make it confused and distracted. While the sentinels and the rest of troops are pummel him to smithereens. It looks like one of my obelisks has also been destroyed. All in all, not a bad loss, I guess. Yep, Arri moves a bit closer now with the troops that I've produced. So she'll be ready when the time comes, and Kakoolha arrives. And my aim is that I really need to take care of the cities in the west, northwestern region. Yeah, I have 3 research points, but that has apparently escaped my notice. Because I'm using a scout eye and trying to see how much of territories I can cover and how much strength I can sort of spy. How strong they are and what kind of a structure they have. And yeah, unfortunately my invisibility has worn out just as I reached the enemy capital base, so they take notice of me. Yeah, look at the sun idol trying to lumber toward the scout eye, and the scout eye sort of evades that. So I see that they have still a large force there, I mean, able to defend any number of pretty sizable, I guess, attack forces. I'm trying to use the Eye of the Gods here, trying to blast them, but it's kind of hard to coordinate these 2 unit and a structure at the same time, so yeah, Scout Eye will be destroyed, unfortunately. And because there is a certain sort of time difference between when the Eye of the Gods ability is cast and when it actually activates into a beam of death, I think the enemy units have all gone out of its way, and was able to remain unharmed, relatively unharmed. So yeah, the Giacomo trying to use the lunar twinkle to add to the damage, but yeah, it doesn't really work that way. Shrine declares a war and is promptly defeated. Yeah, Kakoolha really doesn't have a force to his name right now, but we're going to build him one. That's where the military district come from. Alright. Yeah, the sentinels are making way, trying to scout whether they can find some neutral sites they can take over. Alright, shrine captured. A shrine, and then there is a great shrine. I think that's the upgraded version of the shrine. Adds to the territories and also has a higher attack rating. These shrines never really were any kind of particular use, because I mean, they've always been the enemies are really good against the capturing the neutral site. They always bring sun cannons and now sun idols, so they only prove to be a limited deterrent. At least it serves as a as minor obstacle to enemies' advance, I guess. Yeah, and Giacomo's I think very antsy about trying to go forward and finish off Seal and his forces. Yeah, we have a lot of death snakes, and we have surviving members of the hybrid Clockwork Men, which now shoot beams of a red laser. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Still find myself a bit out of Timonium. I've spent a lot of money trying to upgrade my cities. And Kakoolha finally makes his move, and it's going to be joined by the scouting team that I've sent in the western region. Be nice if it had a Holy Ark, but yeah, I don't think we need it. Since I'm not really going up against the main force of Seal, I'm just trying to take over a neutral city. So I don't need that. And yeah, Sun Cannons are joining Giacomo's raiding party. Yeah, now they join in a tearful union. And now at yeah, going toward one of the neutral cities to take it over. And I'm going to coordinate that attack with Giacomo's advance against the main capital, Seal. So I think the plan is working out fairly well. I think I was maybe lucky that maybe I was just you know, my cautious nature has proved its worth, I guess. Yeah, Kakoolha's elephant charged elephant and mounted laser beam. Yeah, it's really working its way. It's really working well there. It's a really nice siege unit, and also very impressive as an anti-personnel unit as well. Kind of wondering about what this structure is. Seems a unique structure. Yeah. Okay, so trying to build new building. I just set up, get a Holy Ark, and yeah, this is what I surmised is that this is primarily, you know, it looks like it's a primary defensive building and nothing else, and you can see that the enemies are coming up behind it. While we're distracted by this Sun Temple, but we are able to take Sun Temple pretty quick. And now, basically up against their main force, surrounding the capital. Yeah, on the Sun Idol there. And Giacomo already cast his curse against something. Yeah, very nice use of Starbolt. Yeah, I just don't know how to maneuver my forces around the enemies. It's unnecessary damage there. And with their image for Giacomo, and the fight is on. Arri joins the battle. Yeah, the fight doesn't seem to go on our way, go well for us, at least in the initial moment. Because the Sentinels are taking the central position. But we have taken over the Star Temple, or Sun Temple, and the Sun Temple is basically just manhandling the Sentinels down below. And yeah, within a few seconds, the Sentinels that might have been a pretty grave threat to the snakes they were fighting are no more. And they can join Arri in trying to destroy the what's it called, sanctuary there. Right, they built like 2 fanes, okay. And yeah, they're still building up their capital. I don't think they have reached Great City yet, but definitely the large city. Yeah, it's basically the not really moment of cleaning up the units in the last city, and then trying to ransack the capital finally. It's been a long time coming, and yeah, Sun Temple definitely going to make a very interesting research project for Giacomo. Yeah, Kakoolha was chilling out, and now he has to another city nearby. Yep. So it's all a matter of time before we claim this map for ourselves and declare victory and vanquish the forces of Sil once and for all. Alright, now it's Kakoolha's turn to raise the heat, I guess, so to speak. Yeah, he has already captured the city. Alright. One last remaining neutral city. And yeah, the Kakoolha's forces didn't break a sweat. Yeah, normally Kotal's cities do take up a lot, I guess, a lot longer for to capture. Maybe if I use storm function or storm ability, maybe the capturing would have gone a bit faster, maybe. But generally it seems a lot slower. And then Kotal cities do have, if they have a military district, has the ability to repair itself automatically in time. So yeah, it's a bit different from race to race, but yeah, they do have some. Oh, okay, so this is actually the Kotal territory now, the enemy Kotal territory. So they did capture city. I think rather recently, and building up their fanes and temples to construct a unit, and which they did. They constructed the Sun Jaguar before the fane that produced it was destroyed, but yeah, it's a bit too late for them now. Yeah, the fane was easily destroyed, and Kakoolha's unit is definitely a siege unit. Yeah, and mission is complete.
Zil has been destroyed. Our path to the Death God made easier. Our victory draws near.
Yeah, very good victory for Giacomo and his heroes. Yeah, didn't lose a lot of units there in the western expedition, so to speak. Capital captured. Yeah, the Sun God is no more. Moon God is no more. Only the Storm and Death remain. Kinda ominous. So favor the people. So you get this kind of event when you defeat the main force, I guess. It just says that the particular people of a particular territory, well, it was able to thwart the advance of the enemy for a while. They give you one more turn. So we concede one turn last mission because we were defeated, but we gained that very turn right back, which is pretty nifty. But nonetheless, Shock, I believe, the goddess of storm, is bent on conquering Jelam Divide. And we may have to face her soon, or go to a different direction and gain the number 4 territory before actually going head to head and trying to risk the rejuvenating and resurrecting Shock and trying to defeat her in that state, which is not really fun. You've probably seen that I built the military district there to buy more time, and because I have a palace district at yeah, I have added a military district here, and because I have a palace district where I stand, I'm able to gain constant stream of well, very meager but still each improvement, a research point and army point, and also wealth. Once again, I have ample hero points to upgrade my heroes. I guess that's the gist of it, really. I mean, it's all about the heroes now. It's all about the legends, the so-called legends. You just have to use them very judiciously and effectively to overcome the odds. Yeah, I believe I do upgrade Untitled. Yeah, Untitled can be very useful in silencing his foes, definitely. And not only the enemy heroes, you can also silence the normal units such as Sun Idol. Sun Idol cannot use his beam weapons under the spell of Yuntash. Upgrade Sawo also. Yeah, that Elder Dragon is going to be Elder Glass Dragon will be a sight to behold. Although it doesn't last long though, unfortunately. So we have upgraded all our heroes. We spent all our hero points rather. And 3 research points and 5 research points to go to gain the service of Sun Idol. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And Tecuhtli is ours, and it brings in a pretty good amount of wealth. Yeah, and this is going to be pretty much it for this episode. Tecuhtli has been captured. The God of Sun is no more. And I can breathe a bit easy, but now the shock is coming up pretty fast. So this has been another episode of Rise of Legends, and thank you for your viewership, and see you next time.